This is mental illness is real. When you're driving the police officers out of your store and because somebody doesn't feel safe, I would check the sanity of the person who doesn't feel safe around the police officers unless they're in there wielding their gun and threatening people. But from what I hear about the Tempe police, this is in the city where I live, here in Arizona. This is a college town. It's a college town. Arizona State is here. And right up the street is Mesa and Mesa Community College. And then right up the street from that is Scottsdale Community College. It's a town of a bunch of young people, you know. But these young people are being brainwashed by the liberal media and by the Democrat Party. They want so badly to be the victim. Oh, they want to be afflicted and they want to be attacked and they just want to be they need to be the victim so bad and they need their safe zones and they're just so brainwashed into thinking that everybody and everything that's designed to enforce what is true and what is right is something violent, like ICE. ICE is not violent, keeps violent people out of the country. It helps regulate rules. So they want to teach against anything that sets a regulation. Okay? Anything that keeps things normal. It's a problem. The police officers are not a problem. I'm a black man in this country. I've never had a run-in with the officers unless I was doing something wrong. That's right. Unless I was doing something wrong. So, and I was raised in Mississippi, in the South. But when you keep telling somebody that the things are the way they are, from the cradle to the time they get in college, they have these fears, they have these phobias, they have breakdowns. And these college kids today, they're under a brainwashed system. You send your kids to college, you need to be mindful of what college they're going to and what they're being indoctrinated with, right? Starbucks has since come out and apologized for what the manager in the store did by putting the police officers, because somebody came up and said they felt safe. I would have asked them to leave. If I was the manager of that Starbucks and one of the people came up to me and said, I don't feel safe with the officers here, I'd say, I feel safe with them here. So if you don't feel safe, you're free to leave. Thank you for your business. I hate that you feel unsafe, but you have to go. You got to go. Starbucks apologized for that. Starbucks continue to have problems. I don't know what they're training people to do, but they have terrible people skills. But they are a store that caters to the liberals and to illegal immigrants, because the owner of the store at one point was talking about hiring and giving those jobs to illegal immigrants, to 8,000 of them. When I said in one video that they need to give those jobs to inner city kids, I'm sure that those kids can use a little help and help their parents out with $12, $15 an hour. But these kids are brainwashed. And you cannot make a person's mental illness normal, right? And then you try to force that person's mental illness on us to take what is normal out of balance. You want us to accept a man becoming a woman, and I gotta change the way my brain has been set to call a man and a woman, or a cat, or a dog, a dog. And now you want me to call this person a he or a she, or I don't know. I'm confused. It's too confusing. We cannot take our brains and confuse ourselves into someone else's mental illness. All right? Obama did this stuff. And they were trying to force cities and countries. Obama flew over to Africa to try to force them to accept homosexuality, and they refused it, so he refused to give them any American funds. And so he was trying to do the same thing with North Carolina when the NAACP and the college sports events refused to have their events in North Carolina because they wouldn't accept trans bathrooms for the kids. No, the safety for the kids. Come on now. Safety for the kids. Come on. What you could do is make an extra bathroom for those people that have that illness, they have that issue. Let them have their own bathroom. Don't give them access to the kids, because this is basically what they were doing. Because they know that they know that these people have pedophilia, and it's hard for them to get their hands on kids, and they was trying to give them easy access to kids. This stuff with this Weinstein guy, this guy this billionaire that just got caught with pedophilia. All right. This stuff is huge. This is one of the reasons why they didn't want Trump in, because it's going to expose a lot of politicians and officers and people in high-ranking positions who have been pedophiles for a long time. I know this video is not going to get monetized. They're not going to monetize a video that speaks this much truth. It's the truth. But if you try to force all of society who's normal thinking, who's trying to live in the norm, to change its way of thinking and the way it's living to satisfy a small fraction of the amount of people who are trans and all this stuff, you're destroying a community, you're destroying a nation for a few people with mental illnesses. They have a mental illness, and you're trying to force people and businesses and companies who don't call them the right gender that day. Because a person who's gender fluid, you don't know the mood of their personality that day. I don't know what personality is present right now. I can't call it a male or female or an animal or a tree or an alien. I don't know what to call it. So, but if you own a business in California, I think it's in California and in another state, where if you misgender someone, you could be sued and liable for up to $200,000. It's ridiculous. They need to change that law. They need to change that law. They need to change it. All right. Well, anyway, the Starbucks has apologized. I don't do Starbucks that much no more. Rarely I'll do a Starbucks, but because of their political stance and stuff that they're doing, I don't like to even bother with it anymore. So, but anyway, that's my thoughts on that. That people with anxiety issues and fears and phobias and mental illnesses, their rights to function and be what they want to be in a normal society is going to make what is normal abnormal, and is going to destroy everything that's normal, and the life that you and I know is going to be destroyed. And they have legal backing to make us, those of us who have no mental illness, and we see life in a normal fashion, that is going to be destroyed unless we stand up and stop this stuff. All right. God bless.